Welcome. This is a 20-minute Energizing Flow class to release the neck, shoulders, and chest and counter text neck, which many of us suffer from these days. Grab whatever props you like to have nearby for your practice, and we will meet in easy pose. Okay, we're starting in easy pose. I have my hips elevated on a block. You could also come into Virasana with your knees together. So just starting in a comfortable seated position. So today's practice is really working to release tension through the neck, the shoulders, opening up into the chest, sort of countering this hunching forward motion that a lot of us sort of have to do during the day. And text neck. Okay. So heavy through your hips and tall through the crown of your head. You might even start with your eyelids soft or your gaze just blurred down towards the floor. And start to observe your breath. Notice how it is moving at this point in your day. Texture, temperature as you inhale and exhale through your nose. You can keep your eyes closed if you would like to, or you can flutter your eyelids open. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop your chin down towards your chest and roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. Take a breath in. Exhale, chin towards your chest, left ear rolls towards your left shoulder. And that's your flow. Breathe in. Exhale, gently roll chin towards your chest and move your right ear to stretch over your right shoulder. Good, one more. Drop your chin down towards your chest, left ear, left shoulder. This time, as you move your right ear towards your right shoulder, pause. And if you would like to invite a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can take your right arm up and over towards your left temple or left ear and just gently, ever so gently, encourage a deeper stretch into the left side of your neck just by bringing that weight of your palm onto the side of your ear. Okay, release that down and then switch sides. Roll left ear towards your left shoulder. Bring the left palm to your right temple. And softly encourage the right ear a little bit. Sorry, your left ear closer to your left shoulder. And softly release the palm down, roll your chin towards your chest, and then lift your forehead up. Okay, if you had a prop underneath your hips, you can gently move that off to the side. And let's come to meet in a tabletop. Toes tucked or pointed back behind you. Warming up into the spine. Inhale, drop your belly down, lift your heart and gaze forward, cow. Exhale, puff up between your shoulder blades, round your spine, tuck your chin, draw your tail down. Move through a few more of those. If there's any other movement you'd like to take to warm up into your spine, please feel free. Such a nice way to lubricate the spine as well as get some movement into the shoulders, neck, back body, chest. One more breath cycle. Okay, bring yourself back to a neutral spine and then sit your hips back. Come into Balasana, child's pose, just for a breath or two. Heavy through your hips. Soften your forehead down. Lift yourself gently up and start to weave your right arm underneath your left shoulder. Bring your right temple towards the floor, and you can crawl your left fingertips forward. Allow your right ear, right temple to soften down towards the floor. Sort of flossing the shoulders, that right shoulder in particular on this side. Good. Press into your left palm. Gently lift yourself up. Find your child's pose, active child's pose, and then weave your left arm underneath your right this time. Turn your left ear, left temple down towards the floor. You could kind of crawl your right fingertips forward a little bit more. And breathe into the back of your shoulders, into your left shoulder and bicep. Okay, press into your right palm and find your child's pose for one more breath. Make your way into your table. Once again, tuck your toes, lift your hips, find downward facing dog. A little release of the head. Walk yourself forward. Come into your forward fold at the top of your mat, ragdoll. Really allow your crown to settle. You could even nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Bend your knees and roll yourself all the way up. One vertebra at a time. Find Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, lengthen your spine, lift halfway. Exhale to fold, step back, find your high plank. Breathe in. Exhale, tap your knees, lower yourself halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, reach your heart forward. Exhale, push through table, find downward facing dog. Breathe in, look forward. As you exhale, travel towards the top of your mat, forward fold. Lift halfway as you inhale. And exhale, fold. Sit your hips low. Find Utkatasana, powerful pose. Option 2, sweep your arms back behind you and maybe interlace your fingers behind your back. If you have a strap, this could be a nice place to use that. You don't have to take this bind. You can take any shape really with your arms. This just offers an opening for your chest and your shoulders while you work the strength of your legs. Good. Take a big breath in. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor, or you could float your arms overhead. Once again, inviting a shoulder opening. Okay, if your arms are overhead, release your hands to your low back to start, and then bring them down to the floor. Lift halfway as you inhale. And exhale, fold, step back, find your high plank. Vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale forward into your high plank. Exhale slowly for a count of 5. 3, 2, 1, all the way onto your belly. Good. Taking a stretch for your pecs, front of your chest. Let's start with the right side. So reach your right arm out towards the side. Palm turns down and your palm will be in line with your wrist. With your shoulder. Kick your left heel up towards your left glute. Left palm will stay grounded for support. Start to roll over onto your right side. That left knee can open up and the left foot can find the earth behind you. This could be a nice place to place a block underneath your left toes. Let your right temple melt down towards your mat. And breathe into the front of your right shoulder, opening up into that side of your chest. Good. Slowly bring yourself back onto your belly and we'll switch sides. So left arm reaches out, palm in line with your shoulder, left palm faces down. Right heel towards your right glute. Press into your right palm and roll yourself over onto your left side. Move slow. Take care as you set this up. Let your left temple find your mat so you can really soften into this stretch without straining your neck. Okay, slowly start to roll yourself back onto your belly and draw your palms underneath your shoulders. Press yourself through your table, tuck your toes, and find downward facing dog. Option 2 flow. Inhale forward, high plank. Exhale using your knees or not, lower halfway chaturanga. Inhale baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip over your toes for downward facing dog. Big breath in through your nose. And a big breath out of your mouth. Look towards the top of your mat. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, float into a seated position or walk or step. Take what fits. Good. Extend your heels forward. I'm going to bring a block along for this next stretch. Seated forward fold. Starting with a tall spine. You could elevate your hips with a blanket or a block. You can keep a soft bend through your knees if you like. We'll start with an active forward fold, and then I like to have my block nearby for when we make it passive. Okay. Reach your arms up overhead, extend your heels away from you, active through your toes. So flex your feet, take a breath in. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Another big breath in. Exhale to fold a little bit deeper. Maybe start to reach your arms forward. This is another great place for a strap if you have one. Hands can find your shins, your ankles. And so notice if you're really rounding through your spine, maybe back off a little bit so you can really encourage a lot of opening through your hamstrings. Stay broad through your collarbones. One more big breath in. Exhale. Let this become passive. And this might be where your block, maybe 2 blocks come in handy, or you could just let your forehead fold and round forward. So this is sort of the position that we're in a lot, but in this passive forward fold, you're really just allowing gravity to kind of take over here. Let the weight of your head pour forward. Release your feet, your legs. Okay, plant your palms down and gently support yourself as you roll up. We'll roll down onto the floor, so make sure you have enough space behind you. Supporting yourself with your hands on the backs of your thighs. You can roll yourself slowly down onto your back. Soles of your feet on the floor. We'll move into bridge. So another sort of back bend to open up the front body. And plant your palms on the floor. You could bend your elbows and bring your hands into little robot arms. Plug into your big toes and your heels. And start by sort of tilting your pelvis. So gently tucking the tail and creating an imprint of your low back into the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, peel your hips up off of the floor. Send your hips high. You could make this a deeper back bend by interlacing your fingers underneath your hips and walking your shoulders underneath your body. Again, feel that opening through your chest. Any body part that's touching the floor, press it down into the earth. One more big breath in. Exhale. Lovingly bring your spine back down to the floor. Reach your arms open towards the sides. And send your hips over towards the right side of your mat. Knees will fall over towards the left. You can take any variation. So you might cross the right thigh over top of your left. Maybe stacking your knees. Gentle twist for your low back and turn your gaze towards the right if that works for your neck. And starting at your navel, draw knees back up. Bring your pelvis to the middle of your mat. And then send your hips to the left. Knees will fall right. And again, any variation that you would like to take with your legs, feel free. Gaze can turn over your left shoulder. And starting from your navel, start to bring your knees back up. Okay, bring your pelvis back into a neutral shape. And if there's any other shape that you would like to take before closing your practice in your final resting shape, you can take that now. As and when you are ready to move into your final resting shape, that can look like anything, Shavasana, maybe a seated posture, anywhere that you can settle and relax your shoulders, your neck, maybe turning palms upwards if you are on your back. And settling into a place of surrender and ease. Soften your jaw, soften your neck. Remember that you can always call upon these practices, these gentle stretches, anytime you need. If you feel like there's tension, density in the shoulders and the neck. Thank you so much for showing up to your practice today and for allowing me to guide you through this movement. I wish you a peaceful rest of your day. Thank you.